Hello, hello, salut. I am the Rasta Witch. Here's where you learn the way of the Yan Sui Rasta, which is to say, my kind of Ital. Please subscribe and begin your own kind of Yan Sui witchcraft. All roads lead to Rome. Home. Okay, so this is a picture of Haile Selassie I firing the anti-aircraft gun. When the Italians came to get Ethiopia, Haile Selassie I invested all this money in more modern, but not modern enough, weapons, including a gun that can shoot down planes. And this is the gun. Nobody knew how to do it. Everybody's like, how do you do this? How do you load this? And Selassie said, move out of the way. I'll do it. And he grabbed the gun and he started shooting down planes, And Haile Selassie I is the Lion of Judah, but he's not just the Lion of Judah, he's the rider of the white horse. You can see my playlist about the opening, how Haile Selassie I opened the 7 seals. He opened the first seal as the rider of the white horse, going forth conquering and to conquer, when he beat the armies of Ross Michael. And so, or of Negus Michael, when he fought the armies of Negus Michael. So, and I believe it was 1916. So he fought in those battles. He fought in many battles. Part of the Selassie I story is that there's a time to fight, and that self-defense is what you do, And we know we shall win as we are confident in the victory of good over evil. So, have you ever remember that song in the 60s that, to every season, turn, turn, turn. There is a reason, turn, turn, turn. To every place. You remember that song? Did you realize that that's the 3rd chapter of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, which is like the middle of the Old Testament? Here, I'll read it. The first 8 verses of chapter 3. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So, there's a time for all those things, balance is what it's all about, and so that there is a time to fight, so, like right now with the Israeli Hamas conflict, what Hamas did is terrible, and the Israel and the U.S. and the allies, have a right to go and get Hamas, just like we had a right to go get Al-Qaeda with 9/11, But my question is, where's the UN? Because really what we should do is the UN should say, okay, you guys broke the rules, and then Israel and U.S. should say, yeah, that's true, and then Israel and the U.S. should give our soldiers and our weapons and everything, and join together with all the people of all the countries. The whole world should all join together under the banner of the UN, which is a neutral banner, and should go extinguish Hamas, and then help guide Israel and the Palestinians to have their own spaces and their own governments for those spaces.